All right, what's up? So if you watched my last tutorial where I did my face, you know that today we're going to be doing the rainbow look, which is my favorite and honestly has kind of become my everyday look, and I love it. The palette I'm using is Exotic Flavors by UCANBE. You Can Be. This palette has changed my life, and it's amazing. So, I'm going to be doing the rainbow look. All you're going to need, I highly suggest for some eyelid primer. And I'm going to be using two different kinds. For the rainbow, you're going to want a white. So this is an NYX. That's like the best of the best. For the actual application of the colors, I'm just using Q-tips. I find that it's a lot easier, especially doing the rainbow, and I only do the rainbow on the lids. The rest I do a more natural, like a brown and a highlight color, which you'll see. So first, I'm going to prep my lids with Stuck On You by the Beauty Crop. And for this product, I know my eyeshadow system is a little bit weird, but hey, I found what works and I do it. So honestly, like, how I put it on changes like from day to day. But basically, and I mean, when I say how I put it on, I mean like where I'm putting my brush strokes. 'Cause sometimes I'll just do like dots all over, like, and then blend that out. But the important thing is make sure that everywhere that you're gonna have eyeshadow gets a little bit of primer on it, at least a little bit. And after I do this with the brush, I go over it again with my fingers just for that a little bit more precision. And I do a little bit, a little dab right there for, I like to do a little bit of glitter in that little highlight area. So now eyelids are prepped. Just gonna go back through. I'm just gonna pat all of this out. Make sure everything is looking excellent and feeling even, and it is. I love it when that happens. All right, so that's feeling good. So we'll put that to the side for right now and grab our first shadow color. Oops. So my lid prep is a little bit weird. So I did my lid prep, and now I'm going to do my base eyeshadow, I like to call it. So just, my all over shade, my crease. Yeah. So we'll do that. So first I do all over with a little brush like that. And I'm going to be using this color, which is, very light, a little bit lighter than my skin. And then I'm going to use this color for the crease, that brown. And it's a little bit dark, but it blends out really well. And if I mess up with it, I just go back in with the lighter color. And I know a lot of people do their eyeshadow first, just in case, there's like fallout or anything like that. I do not. And yes, I do have fallout all the time, but it's okay because I fix it with some powder. And if it's like a serious situation, like serious fallout, oh dear, we're in big trouble, you can always just grab some concealer and just, you know, fix it up. So I'm just gonna eyelid over here with that lighter color. Make sure to get it everywhere because this is gonna set a very nice base and help the other colors blend. So our base shade, and I do recommend kind of tilting your head up and looking in the mirror like this because it helps you avoid creases and you don't have to sit there and, yeah, like trying to go straight on and your eyes all folding and stuff and or scrunching up and it gets messy. So next we're gonna take a little fluffy brush and go in with that brown color I showed you and get some on there. Tap off the excess. And I kind of like to test the water first, like do a couple little, you know, dots to see how much color I have going on my brush, just in case it's like way too much. And I need to wipe off some more of that, or shake off some more of that extra powder. But this actually turned out very well. So just kind of blending out harsh lines, and I'm not super concerned about you know, the blending of this right now. So I just get it, you know, like a good blend, and as you can see there's still a little bit harsh lines up there, but we're gonna fix those later. Actually, I think that just fixed it, but I will be adding more brow highlight later, so we just want to make sure that that crease is nice and covered. Sometimes I will go back, like if I go over this line, sometimes I'll go back and, you know, do a little concealer here, do a little concealer here so that it's like a very cut edge. So we'll do brown on the other eye, do those tester tabs, looking good. And it's good to start with a lot of control on the brush, but then move to a much lighter application, and you can, I do this all the time because it's just an easy way to do it. So this one's looking nice, matching the other side quite well. And I can tell you right now, this blending, like how long it takes, and, you know, being a little perfectionist about it, like I know a lot of people, that's why they don't do the full tutorial, is because they're like, ah, there's so much blending. But I mean, it's essential to see that, because like if I made a huge mistake and put on way too much brown, then I would want you to be able to see how I corrected that. So here's the base eyeshadow. Oops, dropping things. So we have, you know, the highlight in the brow bone, which I'll go back over later. We have the crease done, looking good. So now, and all of this still falls under the category of lip prep. eye prep. Sorry, I was looking at my lips and I was like, ew, they're really cracked and gross right now. So this is when I go in with my NYX, and this one I always apply with my finger. And this time, just on the lid. And I try to get a really good shape with it so that getting it perfectly lid shaped so that that color doesn't start creeping up into the brown and looking a little, I don't know, messy, because then blending out the crease at the end will be harder. So I just go on with, you know, just add some of that white, because that is really going to make the colors pop. And I know it may seem like I'm using a lot, but really I just didn't want to stick on a huge amount and then have to you know, wipe some of it off. I'd rather build the coverage that I want. And I love, love, love this stuff. So this one ran over just a little bit, ran up into that crease a little bit. So, just gonna do right there, and like I said, do a little dab there for our little glitter teardrop highlight, or yeah, like tear area. And you can even bring it down a little bit. Sometimes I like to do a little bit of gold glitter, like right here. I think it's dandy. So I'll just kind of blend those two out. And for my rainbow look, a lot of the times I do just a smidge under the eye, to kind of connect the rainbow all around. Not sure if I will do that this morning. I'm about 90% sure I will. But that's just how I do. And, you know, I know that this sounds like a really, really bold look. And it is. But I can guarantee you, no matter who you are, what you look like, you can rock this look. I know it. I know it. All right. So, lid prep is done. We are ready for rainbow. All right. Now, it's time. The part you've all been waiting for. It is time to start our rainbow. And what I am going to do is, this is going to be a little bit difficult to show you like all of the colors that I'm using. So if I pick up a color and have not told you what it is, trust me, I will add a little picture so you can see what I'm working with. But just to kind of go over things, the way that I will be doing this today is I will start with a little accent of red right here. And then I will do a little bit of these, this orange and this orange mixed together. And I know that my lighting is getting all screwed up, so you can't really see. There we go. So this orange and this orange mixed together. Just do a little bit of that. And then I go in with this one and this one. Yeah, so I do gold, yellow, and then greenish yellow. And all of that I do pretty much in the same area because it blends super well. And that's why my rainbow always ends up like 90% green and yellow. Then I move over to this green, then this blue, and then, let's see here, we go to this purple. Nope, this purple. And then when I'm doing under the eye, well, sometimes we end with this purple. This like super, super, super vibrant purple. So sometimes we end the rainbow over here with that. Sometimes we end with blue. It all kind of depends. But I will tell you that then under, I connect the purple back to the red with pink. So usually when I'm doing that, like I'll end the eyeshadow on top here and then go over to here to this super, super beautiful purple. And then go to this pinkish purple, this neon pink, and then sometimes either dab of the darker pink, or lately I've been liking the lighter pink for that closest to the red. So let's get into it. And like I said, I'm just going to be using Q-tips. So, yeah. And I will tell you, this palette is super, super pigmented. And sometimes it won't seem that way just because I'm using Q-tips. So it's very buildable. But if you're using the right brush, you really just need a couple swipes and you're good. So I'm going in with that very dramatic red color I showed you. And we're just gonna do boom. And I know you're like, oh my god, that's insane, girl, you're insane. And as you can see, I already messed up. That's okay, because right now we are just placing our colors. And I think I would probably say that red, ooh, this is not the red that I've been using. I went one shade darker. Oops. Oh well. It's okay. We're trying new things. I like it. Okay. So we have the red in each corner. Love it. Just gonna fix up that red. And oof. Let's see what we can do about this little mess up right here, because I'd like to kind of, ooh, perfect, nip that in the bud. So yeah, another thing that I love about using Q-tips is you mess up, just go back over it with a clean one. You'll be fine. Everything will be okay. So let's see here. Then we're gonna go in, and I'm just gonna put a lighter red over this because I used a darker red than I normally use. All right, that's good. And truly, it doesn't have to be even. And it's not always going to be. So if you think that it's always going to be even, don't kid yourself. Like, unless you like truly measure out exactly where you want those rainbows, the different parts of the rainbow to be, like, it's not going to be that way. But that's okay. It's part of the fun of it. So now we're going to go in with orange. We're going to do that darker orange first. And get, whoop, there's some fallout. And I always drag the next color. I start it in like right around the edge of the previous color. So there's my red and orange. Yep, it looks messy, but we're gonna fix that. Get the other eye over here. See, mess up. That's okay, because we're using Q-tips. Beautiful. Alright, let's see here. Let's keep building that orange. And like really, if your colors are just going all over each other, that's fine. That's fine. It's gonna look blended and it's gonna look beautiful. So really, do not worry. Like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, don't panic. So I'm gonna take this lighter orange and just pop that right on top of that other orange and bring it out a little bit further than the other orange. Alright, and messed up again. That's okay. And getting that lighter orange on there. See, it's popping. And yes, I do a lot of, like building color, as well as, overlapping, and sometimes whole colors get covered up, and that's okay, because we're blending here. It's looking nice. I know it looks crazy in there, but in the mirror, it's looking good. It's looking, I'm not going to say natural, because there's no way for this to look natural, but it's definitely, it's coming along very nicely. I'm happy with it. And this Q-tip was just a little bit stiff, so I just kind of fluffed it out a little bit more. And now I'm going to go in with a yellow. And just kind of, the yellow is going to be a little bit tricky. Oop, fallout. Lots of fallout. So we've got that yellow. And I know you're thinking, damn, that's yellow. But you're gosh darn right, it's yellow. And let's do the layer. Got yellow over here. See? Looking very nice. And like I said, you will inevitably end up in situations where you get this far into it and realize, wow, most of this is going to be red, yellow, orange. But that's okay. And next, I'm just going to go back over that yellow with a more greenish yellow. So the one before was a little bit of a gold. So I just went right back over that with that bright yellow. And then I'm going to go over the edge of that with a bright yellow green. Oh yeah, that's looking nice. Looking very nice. And let's grab the cleaner upper and just kind of get everything so far that's kind of built up over where we want that color to stop. And it works really well blending it that way because it just helps blend it together and cleans up. See? Looking better. So just finish up that yellow. Maybe do a spot more on that eye. So yeah. And now we're going to go in with our greens, starting with that very yellow green. And like I said, I'm just going to put it right on top of the yellow. I mean, not right on top, like right next to it. and it's still a very, very yellow color. Ooh. Okay. I was like, oh man, should have used a Q-tip for that one, but it was okay. So we have this yellow green that we're building. It's working out real well. Although I am getting much too far over here. Let's get that sorted. Perfect. So we just cleaned up all the parts that are kind of going over. And now we're going to take that same green Q-tip and put it in that like neon green. I love this color. And so I just really popped it kind of right on that yellow because we did a little too much of that yellow. So I'm actually loving this right now. This is looking wonderful. I'm happy with it. And sometimes I would do another shade of green, but we just do not have room this morning. And notice I'm not like swiping it on there. I'm kind of tapping it on there to get the powder to the pigment to like stick. And yes, there's going to be fallout, but it's okay. It's worth it because your eyes are going to look amazing. And I know that this looks like crazy not blended right now, and that's okay. So putting the green away, and let's grab a blue. And of course this palette only has one legitimate blue that can be used. Duh. Why would they have another blue? So I'm just gonna take this, go over the green a little bit. Beautiful. And another thing that I love about the rainbow is, like, right now it doesn't look blended at all because it's not. And it doesn't have to look blended. That is what I love, because, you know, if you're doing like a gradient of the same color, or like what I did yesterday was a like a pink to purple gradient, and those you really have to blend. This, like, you can rock this as is. I mean, not as is right now because we're not done. But I'm just saying, this look is completely rockable without blending colors. And then we're gonna pop over, use that. Yep, we're gonna use that dark purple just on the edge right there. It's just the very corner. Let's see, we've got fallout going on, but we will deal with that later. And we'll do the other side. All right, and then grab another one to kind of clean up the area with, and just take this all across here to kind of sweep off anything extra that's going up into that crease area. So you can see the rainbow's looking good. Might add a little bit more purple on that side. looking more even. And then I'm actually going to take that same Q-tip with that same color and connect that purple with the last shade we used under the eye. And this is why we used some of that eyeshadow primer under the eye for exactly this reason. So we have that, and then I'm going to go in with this color, which is super fun. And just kind of dab it across. And then smudge it back towards the other shade. We'll do the other side. Smudge it back towards the darker purple. And maybe smudge a little bit out. And then we're going to take that beautiful neon pink and kind of almost close that rainbow. And just leave a little tiny bit naked. And then go in with that super light pink. And just connect that red to the pink. Got that real light pink. Connect the red to the pink in the corner. And you can even draw that pink up into the red to kind of ease that red, because yes, that is very dark. And I think I used the wrong shade than the one that I normally use. That's okay. I always love finding, see? Oh, that looks nice. I like that. Okay, so we're just gonna soften that red there. And I'm glad that I decided to do that, because that is working out. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So yes, we have fallout. Yes, that happens. I'm gonna go through and clean it up again on top. So we cleaned it up. It's looking good. Just gonna whoop. And all right, so that fallout that was right there actually went away very well. So it's excellent. Let's see here. I'm gonna take that crease shade again and just kind of go back over. Trying my best to avoid the color, because I don't really want that to turn brown. And I know that this red is super bright right now. Let's try one more little touch of pink. That red, like, I did not expect it to be. Okay, that's actually way better. Let's do pink instead of red. Glad we decided that. Beautiful. That really, okay, that makes it a lot softer, a lot easier on the eye. No pun intended. So yeah, we've got the rainbow look going on, And like it might look messy, but honestly, once you put like eyeliner on and mascara, no, it's not going to be messy. So that's that as far as the eyeshadow. And with the same palette, I always save the best for last, for almost last. So this is a 9-color highlighter. I'm in love. I'm obsessed. Same brand as, and look at this beautiful packaging. It's the same brand as the eyeshadow that I used. And it comes in all these amazing colors. I really, so this one is gorgeous for like an everyday cool, highlight. And this is to be used sparingly, not like a, you'll see. And I probably do use too much. We're just gonna go in and do a little light sweeping, and I don't start out with much on the brush, but it is buildable and beautiful. And if you want to grab another color, like, let's see, I'm gonna finish with this color. And I said use it sparingly, but I am literally obsessed with this stuff. I love it so much. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do a little bit on my nose, and then let's see here. For dimension, I'm just gonna use this pink too. And I added a little bit of the darker pink as a little bit of a blush looking color. This might be like way too extra. I've actually never done this much with the highlighter. So if it's too much, learn from my mistake. But I'm just gonna go back with that blue color, put it above that pink that I put on for a little shimmer. Beautiful. And then I do like to do a little on my chin. And then the only other place that I'm going to put it is right there. Cute little button nose. And I'm going to take the lightest shade in here and pop that. Take that and just put just a dot right there. And sometimes it won't even come out. That's fine. So I'm just going to put a white dot there. And then let's do there we go, some gold. So I took the gold color that's in the middle and just kind of dragged it down a little bit. And sometimes I do glitter instead, but I am digging this highlighter and the vibe it's given. So we're gonna use that. Oof, and I love it. And you can kind of like blend it out with your finger if you would like. So that is it as far as my rainbow eyeshadow. Trust me, it definitely looks better once you have like the eyeliner and mascara on, but sorry, I'm obsessed with that highlighter. But I'm not going to do those today for the sake of time, but I will show you my stamp. Okay, so maybe I will do eyeliner. Alright, so this is the right wing stamp. And for anybody who's not good at cat eye, but wants cat eye, get one of these. It's a LA Pure stamp eyeliner. Alright, and hold on. This is something that, like, I'm terrible at placement for these. So this is something that I have to do, like, super concentrated in the mirror and, like, look at what angle it's at. And sometimes it goes well. Sometimes it does not. Sometimes they do not match at all. And that's okay. Of course, I do go back over them and try to make them match as much as possible. So yeah, they're not perfectly matching, but turned out well. And another thing I love about these is there's a pen on each stamp. So that is it for, all right, you know what? We're already here. We're just gonna do the eyeliner. But I'm gonna have to do it in the mirror because this eyeliner is bold. And a lot of times before I do my eyeshadow, I'll do a little bit of what's it called? Oh, pencil eyeliner. So that, because these corners get me and I mess up all the time with my liquid liner. So having that kind of like guide as far as where to go with your eyeliner is nice to have. So, you know, any help I can get. So from the stamp to the pencil eyeliner guide. Oof. The corners are always so difficult for me, and a lot of times I end up messing up and having to make it way too thick. So just have patience, do a little bit at a time. Extend that wing out as far as you want it. Just kind of make sure that the whole line is filled in, looking even, or even enough for your liking. And you can, you know, make this, the wing, a little bit thicker if you want. You can go for a thinner wing. Truly all about personal preference. But as you can see, oh crap, I always do that. End up with that little tiny streak right there. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And I have decided we are not doing my magnetic lashes today. Because I have a class to teach in a little bit. So we're just gonna finish off this look with mascara. And I use this one first. It's, I don't know if they even make it still, illegal length. I've had it forever. And I just kind of like go through and lengthen and separate just to kind of prepare because it's really running out. So I like having that kind of not totally naked empty brush, but having that, you know, first coat that's a little bit thinner, I guess. And a little bit more geared towards length and separation. And I only do that on the top lashes. So you can see. And then my favorite thing that I've gotten from Ipsy so far is this Tartiest mascara. Love the shape, And I love that there's like movement to the brush, like the brush moves to give you that really, really perfect coverage without your hand having to do all of the work. And yeah, that got a little clumpy, but that was my fault. So I just go back over it. And try to get those lashes extended. And I find once the lashes are done, really, like, the fact that it's not, the eyeshadow isn't blended like super duper well, really kind of actually works even better, in my opinion. And then we'll just do a little bit on the lower lashes. I always have to be very careful when doing my lower lashes. Ooh, that hurt. Went right in the eye. Because I have a tendency to slip or get like a giant glob. So that's actually looking real nice. One more over here in the corners, just to give it that extra flick at the end with the tail. One more. And congratulations, ladies. You just did makeup. Rainbow makeup. And you killed it, and I bet you look beautiful. But yeah, so as you can see, finished look. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna go fix that. But yeah, as you can see, it's not perfect, but hey, I'm very happy with it. But yep, I need to go get ready to teach some ESL classes. So it's been lovely. Have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions. I will try to get links of the products I'm using posted in there, or at least, like the name. And I'll try to get that condensed video and get these videos separated so that you don't have to watch a whole 50-minute tutorial of me doing makeup and being awkward. So thank you for watching. I love you. Remember, you are beautiful and you are loved.